Hi guys, welcome to our channel Physio Vibes Anatomy. This is Ashik. Today we are gonna see about the sciatic nerve and its anatomy. So this is the largest and the thickest nerve of our human body, and this nerve is present in our lower limb. So in this video we'll be discussing about the sciatic nerve, its origin, cause and relation, and the branches it gives to lower limb and the function of it. So let's start. This sciatic nerve is an important large nerve of our lower limb. Here you can look in this picture. This is our posterior view of our lower limb. This is the gluteal region and posterior compartment of thigh you can see here. So this nerve runs in this region and supplies the muscles which are present in this region. So as I said, it is an important nerve which is present in this region, and the second point is it comes from the sacral plexus. And this is one of the plexuses which we have in our lower limb in the lumbosacral region. So in the upcoming videos we'll be seeing in detail about the sacral plexus. So the third point is this nerve has two parts, tibial and common peroneal parts. So let's see the origin of this nerve in detail. This sciatic nerve is coming from the sacral plexus of our human body, and it has the root values L4, L5, S1, S2 and S3. So as I said in the beginning in the introduction, it has two parts, common peroneal part and the tibial part. And if we see individually, the common peroneal part, which is here blue in color, and the tibial is black in color. So this common peroneal part is coming from L4, L5, S1 and S2. There is no connection between S3 and the common peroneal part, and the tibial is coming from all the spines from L4 to S3. So together they both called as the sciatic nerve. The cause of the nerve will be first from the sacral plexus it enters the pelvic region, and then it enters the gluteal region. Then it runs downwards to the posterior compartment of thigh. So here you can look in the pelvic region, it runs anterior to the piriformis muscle. This is the piriformis muscle which is present in the... After passing in front of the piriformis, it then enters the gluteal surface through the greater sciatic foramen, which is present here. I'll show. And in the gluteal region it runs downwards slightly lateral. It forms the lateral convexity as you can see from here, and it leaves the gluteal region at the lower border of gluteus maximus muscle, which will be coming like this. So the lower border will be coming like this, and here it leaves the gluteal region and then it enters the posterior compartment of thigh. And in the thigh the nerve runs downwards, vertically downwards, till the superior angle of popliteal fossa. This diamond shaped region is the popliteal fossa, which is present behind our knee joint, and this is the superior angle of popliteal fossa. Here the nerve terminates into two separate nerves, which are tibial nerve and the common peroneal nerve. Let's see the relations of the sciatic nerve. You can, in the gluteal region, you have the following relations. Posteriorly, the nerve is covered by the gluteus maximus muscle, and anteriorly there are so many structures present. That is the body of ischium, the tendon of the deep muscles of the gluteal region, that is obturator internus with gemellae muscles superior and inferior, quadratus femoris, obturator externus and externus, and capsule of the hip joint, and also the upper transverse fibers of adductor magnus. Then the medial relation, medially the nerve is accompanied by the inferior gluteal nerve and the vessels, inferior gluteal arteries. So let me show you the picture of the relations. So here you can see posteriorly the gluteus maximus, it will be coming like this. So it covers the sciatic nerve. You can see the thickest nerve, the sciatic nerve here. This is what the sciatic nerve. Posteriorly the gluteus maximus will be covering, and anteriorly all those relation I'm going to show you. You can look here. This tendon is the obturator internus, and above and below to that are the superior and inferior gemellus muscles. Then you have quadratus femoris, and all of these will be present anterior to the sciatic nerve. Then the medial relation will be inferior gluteal artery and nerve. It accompanies the nerve here in the gluteal region. Then we are going to see the relations in the thigh. In thigh, the nerve is posteriorly related to long head of biceps femoris, and anteriorly by adductor magnus. The nerve lies on the muscle adductor magnus. Medially by both the muscles semimembranosus and semitendinosus, and laterally by biceps femoris, its short head. Here you can see the relation of the sciatic nerve in the posterior region of thigh. So the posterior relation is the long head of biceps femoris. As you can see here, this is the long head of biceps femoris, and medially by the semitendinosus muscle and also the semimembranosus. It will be coming here near the semitendinosus, and laterally by this same biceps femoris, its short head. The posterior relation is the long head of biceps femoris, and laterally you have the short head of biceps femoris. And the anterior relation is the adductor magnus muscle. Here you can see, as I said, it lies on the adductor magnus muscle. The nerve actually lies on the muscle. So this is what the adductor magnus, and it forms the anterior relation of the sciatic nerve. Let's see the branches of sciatic nerve. The sciatic nerve gives articular branch to hip joint. Here in the gluteal region, it gives an articular branch to the hip joint, and the sciatic nerve also gives the muscular branches, which will be coming from both the parts, the tibial and common peroneal parts. Here you can look in this picture. This is the posterior part of the thigh. This is the posterior compartment of thigh. Here you can see the tibial part and common peroneal part. The tibial part of the nerve supplies to the semitendinosus muscle, semimembranosus, long head of biceps femoris, and the adductor magnus. This adductor magnus has two parts. The hamstring part of the adductor magnus is supplied by the sciatic nerve, and here the common peroneal nerve, that part supplies the short head of biceps femoris. This is what the branches it gives in the posterior compartment of thigh. Both the parts together supplies all the hamstrings muscle which are present in that region. And finally, the clinical anatomy of the sciatic nerve. Sciatica. Sciatica is the condition in which the gluteal region, the posterior compartment of thigh, and also the leg, the lateral compartment of leg and the sole of the foot, in all these regions the person gets the shooting pain. Sciatica causes the shooting pain which arises in all of these regions. The causes of sciatica may be the damage or compression of nerve roots. The nerve roots of sciatic nerve may get compressed or damaged due to several conditions like prolapse of the disc and neuritis, and so many conditions which arises in the vertebral column. So if that nerve roots of the sciatic nerve, the nerve roots of sciatic nerve, if those roots get compressed, it causes the shooting pain in all these regions, the gluteal compartment and the posterior part of thigh, lateral of leg, and the sole of the foot. So this condition is known as the sciatica. And another clinical relevance of this sciatic nerve is the sleeping foot. This is the temporary condition in which the nerve gets compressed and that causes the numbness of the lower limb.